So I had to come back on here real quick. First of all, apologize for that last video. I had to kind of cut it off because I had someone walk in. But I'm sitting here and I'm like, you know what? It's cool. I'm just going to set up and do another reading. I pull my Lemurian deck out, right? And the first one that fell out, I'm just doing a preliminary, and the first one that fell out was fire. And that very same Kundalini issue, or, serpent flame fire that I was talking about, is the same card. And I thought it was so interesting because in the background, I've got an interview with someone talking about how living water is hated by demons and how living water is so essential when you're talking about saving the physical vessel and rejuvenation. Oh my goodness, look at that. It's so cool. So like I was saying, yeah, we've got new blueprints. These are new codes from home that we haven't had before. And like I said earlier, the yin to your yang, the white to your black, the fire to your water is going to be in the combination of activating the Kundalini while also learning how to draw down that flame, that column of light, your pillar of light, in order to soothe. It's like a flow of adamant particles. It will soothe you. We talked about the sacred infinity breath when we breathe. Like I said, follow it in, your inner breath around, and exhale and follow it around, and just complete this cycle repetitively, infinitely. Okay, it's called the infinity breath. This is going to give you an advantage when it comes to your light particles, or your particles of light, okay? And also, when you are doing this, you need to understand, do not push your body, okay? It's dangerous to activate or force a spiritual awakening, okay? Just because you want it to happen doesn't mean it's supposed to happen. You have to let your body and it's like you have to let your body catch up with the astral. You've got to let the physical catch up with the spiritual. You know what I mean? And it's something we all have had to learn, that you can't force it. You can't force it. That's the worst thing that you can do, because once you try to force it, it's gonna backfire. 12:11 on my clock. Yeah, I just got this twice. Shine your light. And I was listening to what he was saying. The mermaid, if you notice, that tail looks like it's in the middle of an evolution all at the same time. She's literally got that round. Okay, let me see. It's like the evolution of the mermaid that they were talking about. And if you know, you know. And when that tail, you can even see the light in that tail. The Haitians know. The Haitians know all about the mermaids. But either way, that's another Yeah, let yourself be vulnerable to your experience, okay? Use your crystals, okay? Just, this literally looks like a mix between the water and the fire. Just be sure to let yourself experience this process. That's what you're here for, is to experience your process of awakening. 12:12 on the clock. You're going through, we're all going through an energetic upgrade together, okay? I am kin number 201, Red Rhythmic Dragon. I am a Taurus and Aries in my North Node. So, and a Pisces moon, okay, with a Leo rising. Okay, so just understand what I understand what you're going through, okay? I'm a keeper of the violet flame. And maybe you are too. Either way, use this violet flame, okay? Activate the red and the blue like we talked about. You can even use your technique that I taught you, your infinity breath technique. And you can, yeah, you've got unique gifts. It's time to use them. I love that card. It's got really cool light language on the sides of it. Yeah, you could be someone who's a star seer. That's funny. I just noticed that. The infinite at the bottom, and we're talking about the infinity flame, the infinity breath. It looks just like this too, okay? In the astral, while you're doing it, you can literally activate yourself and just braid in to the universe with the Solaris. Just use the infinity breath and loop it up and around. This is going to activate your violet. This is going to activate your infinity. Yeah, your luminescence or your light body. That's what I was going to say. It'll activate your light body. Yeah, and then you can then naturally overflow. And then use your crown chakra. Just trust your innocence during this process, okay? Draw down that star above your head slowly, okay? Open your flower slowly. Because you're meant to use your throat chakra. And your wings are vast. They're starting to activate, and as you activate, see this Merkaba? As you activate your Merkaba, or your vehicle of light, your wings activate naturally, okay? Yeah, reclaim your energy. Take your crown back. Yeah, you're going through an awakening, awakened awareness. Yeah, I'm seeing 12:16 on the clock. You're an earth angel. You're a child of the Most High. You could even be indigenous or have indigenous blood. You could be a star child, and your third eye is naturally just wide open, man. I'm telling you. Yeah, like I said, let yourself be vulnerable in order to be in the ethers, okay? Look, this is exactly how it looks once you open your third eye in the etheric realms, in the astral realms. I promise you'll get there. Just Don't force it, okay? Let yourself be in a harmonic flight with yourself, okay? Don't force it. You've got unique gifts. If you want those gifts to activate, you have to let it do it on its own. Don't get frustrated. If you start to get frustrated, take a break, okay? Because let your body catch up with the spirit realm. Like I said, let your body heal, because this is a process of your soul healing, not just the physical self. We are past the physical vessel here. All right, if you are with me now and you are on your journey to wholeness, like I said, yeah. Listen, you're going to have to give yourself loving compassion, because you are an angel. And you always were free. You were always free. You've got the keys. The crystalline grid. You already know how to do this. You know exactly what you're doing. Do not let anyone make you back off your destiny, because regardless of your path in life, it's important, or you wouldn't be here. Number 22 coming through. Yeah, you've got vast life force energy. If you've got this kind of energy, you're probably you know, you're probably helping hold the crystalline grid like I am. Yeah, you're like me. You have an activated high heart chakra that needs to be cleared out, okay? You're gonna have to actually go into that meditative state and do that shadow work. You know, let it come up, let yourself feel it until it completely envelops your entire body. Make sure that you're focused on whatever emotional causeway it brings up of emotion, whatever physical feelings that come up from the emotional trigger of the thought form that you end up, you know, having bubble up during your shadow work. Regardless of what it is, let it be. Feel it. You got to be ready for this though, okay? But let yourself feel it, and then you got to learn. It's time to process that feeling. Let it bubble up and then release it. It has to come out, okay? That's how you heal your high heart chakra. Okay, you're gonna have to heal in order to get past the, you know, the ring pass knot. Look, you can only go through the gateway of the portal gateway, the guardian of the gateways of the portals. The only way that they'll even let you through is if you absolutely heal and are a vibrational match to that. You must balance your inner forces, that fire on the inside, with the above soothing, calming flame of, yeah, because you've got an active solar plexus, man. Your chakras are active. Your chakras are awakened. You're ready for that Kundalini awakening. I'm telling you, look at this. It's just, yep, and there's the heart. Yeah. You could, like I said, you're probably indigenous. You've got that furry, feathered friends card coming out again. And I've seen 2 hawks today myself. And, excuse me, sorry. Yeah, you're in alignment. If you're seeing the hawks, if you're seeing the hawk, and it's 12:21 on the clock right now. You're in alignment, sweetie. You are. Allow yourself gracious receptivity and accept the transformation that you're going through, okay? This is beyond Lemuria. This is America. Alright? This is like beyond Lemuria. This is more like, not America, this is more universal, sorry. It's 12:22 on my clock, so it's more universal. You know what I mean? It's cosmic. This is a this is a paradigm shift. Okay, this is not just a concept. Okay, this is an entirely new universe. Okay, a cosmic concept of a universe. This is a multidimensional, interdimensional awareness and conscious awakening of the mass, so that they will stop being fooled by the AI, the tragic things going on that are horrible, but knowing the difference between a counter intelligence channel on YouTube and a true paradigm shift awakener, a true, sorry, hang on, and someone who's real, you know. All right, look, yeah, you're stepping through the gateway. Yeah, see, this is an ancient future thing. There we go, Mount Shasta. See, is my home. Yeah, Mount Shasta, that's where you come from. You're absolutely inner earth Lemurian. You're absolutely advanced. That's your home. That's kind of like me. This is an ancient future thing. Like the concept of ancient aliens. Except it's not necessarily aliens as it is interdimensional beings, but that's what Terra means. So yeah, we've got a new blueprint. Instead of just hearing and focusing on the now, yeah, we're evolving. She of the Lotus. We're coming through full spectrum here. Our entire Kundalini is activated, and once it does, that Merkaba will begin to activate. That is your vehicle of light. You just have to surrender to that and practice that infinity breath, okay? Don't forget to practice, because these are thought forms, okay? And you put your thought forms out to the universe, and these, as eventually it will come back, it will pick up what you want and bring it back to you, okay? That's a good way to picture it. All right, these are the planets, all the different things that you've created. Let's see, it's number 48. Perfect, right? So make sure that you're keeping your vibrational frequency high, so your thought forms stay in high vibe, okay? Yeah, communicate and co-create. Communication, co-creation. See, you have to communicate with yourself. The body, mind, spirit concept. The Holy Trinity. You know? What are you doing? Winnie. Sorry, this is Winnie. Winnie Pooh. Yeah, she's my little starseed elemental. Isn't she? What are you doing? What are you doing? Come here. I know, come here. You're the star today. See, I'm the star every day. Oh, my sweet girl. Come here. I know. Come get in my lap. She can't get comfortable. There we go. Come on, baby. What are you doing? So, yeah, see, it's like that. It's the soul, you know? Here. The sounds of the universe, like a sweetie cat. Yeah. I think she just wants to be the star today. That's fine with me. You need to remember that your root chakra is important. Use pink quartz to balance your root chakra. Well, come here. Or carnelian, you know, good crystal. I love Udalite, okay? That's my... It's expensive, so I've only got one piece of it, but or you can try, actually, also Indigo Gabbro. Oh, one of my favorite stones. I love it. It also, yeah, Indigo Gabbro will even help bridge the, it's a realm bridger. It's like a, or you are a realm bridger. Take it how it resonates. Yeah. Endless opportunities. Yeah, see, these are all your thought forms. You're putting them out into the universe, okay? And once you can master that rainbow bridge, and then be able to send out your flower, basically you learn how to do the infinity breath outward, so that you can now do your lotus, your flower lotus. And as you have completely healed each one of your infinity, after you've created your entire flower of light, your lotus, you know, you're able to create with your wheel, your wheel of, it's like your wheel of creation, but it's like, it's hard to explain, but it's a Buddhist concept, and they teach you exactly how to do it, and I'm gonna get well versed in it and come back to you. But it's a good way to help you manifest. It's actually the way that you balance all of your karma. See, most people focus on in front of them, but they forget side to side. So you must also activate those. Their chakra system actually has like 44 chakras and all. Actually, it's like 108. I don't know. It's like an infinite amount, because it's like a grid system inside the auric field, just like it would be, you know, on planet Earth, you know. So you have to go inside the Earth Star chakra to even access it. You have to go beyond the mind, exactly. So, here, let me pull these. Bottom is Root Girl and Netcaster. Look at that. That's exactly what I was talking about, that net concept. There's a, it's almost like a nodes and nulls inside of your auric field itself that you're able to access and tap into. It's, they're each a chakra, you know, and chakras are nothing but portals. Now, what you do with that energy, how you use it, essentially is up to you, but that doesn't matter, because it doesn't change the fact that it's still an access point to a, you know, an energy system, just like any other vortex that you may have. And your chakra system is a vortex of light in small forms. They're like little mini, excuse me, vortices. The problem is, if you keep trying to go into your vortices and you keep going to the multidimensional aspects of your chakra system, each one has 12 different dimensions, and then there's like 22 or 24 subdimensions in each one of them. And so as you're going through this process, if you try to enter any of them without your own permission, I mean, you yourself are going to stop it anyway. Your higher self, your soul, knows that you didn't agree to go into that until your Merkaba was 100% activated, till you absolutely got permission and guidance from the Most High God and was ordained as such by the Most High God. Then, only then, are you allowed to enter into these apostolic realms. Then and only then are you allowed to go into the Akashic records, and that's only if you're certified to go into the Akash. You have, otherwise it is illegal, and the universe is taking note of these things. The universe does not play. Well, you know what? It may have taken longer for that energy to come back before, but where we are now in the cosmic galactic, we're in a different time space now, okay? There are different people incarnated now, and things have shifted. There was a paradigm shift. There was a harmonic convergence in 1987. I like to say it's around the time that I got here because I said I would help. I told everyone on the other side when we were, you know, on the ship together, I said it's time for the All-Star team. And we all came in. And so now that we're here, it's time to pay attention to our physical vessels, our emotional vessels, our collective energy, and realize that you don't have any inner me's, and you don't have inner me's. Enemies are inner me's. Enemies are just pieces of you, fragments that are being projected out. And it happens over, and it's will-o'-the-wisp. Treasures hidden in the shadows. See, they're projected outward so that you can comprehend what you have to work on yourself. I hope that makes sense. First breath, beginner's mind. See those spheres? Those are all little consciousness spheres or thought forms. You're creating your own universes with each breath that you take. You're blowing a bubble of energy into the universe and saying, this is the energy I want to come back to me. It just 12:33 on the clock. It just depends on the energy that you put out. Oh, look at that, 21. And 24. Cool. The galactic mushroom, the divine matrix. See? Oh, the unmarked trail, revelation. Yeah. This is prophecy, people. This is biblical. Anyone who thinks otherwise isn't paying attention, you know? Perfect storm, the courage to step into life. I feel like, yeah, 44. I feel like that's what you're doing. I feel like you are taking a very deep, knowing breath. Yep, look at that. Moon Maiden, new beginnings. And I think you took a deep breath and looked at yourself and said, all right, that's enough of that. And I know what's up. Look, it says 1, 2, 3, 4 on my clock, 12:34. I know what's up. And I ain't gonna let anybody play this game with me anymore, especially not myself. So, it's time to go. Get up. Let's go. And I deserve better. And I think that once you took your energy back, once you took your energy and look, cast a net around it and said, this is mine, it's not yours, it spun the wheel for you. It spun your wheel of karma. You said, I ain't spinning this wheel again. I'm not dancing through the sky and doing this. I surrender. I'm lost and I need direction. Most High, help me. Most High came in and said, yes, my love, you're already going through the crossing or the initiation. You're being initiated as we speak. Because there's a gathering happening around you. When you said you needed help and your tears rang out through the universe, the Most High collected them and put them on his mantle so that no one would forget when they made his earth angel cry. And now, the power of community caused reconciliations where there was supposed to be fire burning, which opened up a sky bridge to the Most High, to the Amun-Ra, the crystal temple, and created possibilities for union and ability to replenish that empty well with a new beginning. And the right use of power this time. No more of the crown games, okay? This time we have the right use of power. The right people with their heads already screwed on straight. Not abusing the power that they have. Not so far into their ego or into a covenant, some kind of, you know, sacred contract that only a couple of people are a part of, so they, you know, get away with doing things like not necessarily admirable. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Well, we'll just say because of these covenants, they have now the feast of plenty of their choices and their consequences. You know. But we're going to have the right use of power this time. We're going to have the right... Yeah, the Horseman. Herald of Change. I can't make it up. The 6th seal has been broken, and we are already at the end. Look, the next one is 33. Look at that. It's 3330. The Joyful Muse and the Herald of Change. Sometimes even a stranger can be better to you than your own family. And I'm telling you right now, the right stranger can be that joyful muse, that horseman, that herald of change, and they can be going through their own absolute, complete, and total change. Yeah, right there. Closing door completion. And they're so into helping you, that's how they're transmuting their own pain. Say, for instance, someone is going through their own separation, their own devastation, or their own divorce. But they see you going through the same thing and know you have nothing or no one, yet they're there helping you out, even though they're going through this own devastation themselves. That is true family. That is love and light. When a stranger will be there for you, even though they're going through their own thing, you still ain't met them. You still have never done anything for them, but they're there for you. Say maybe online. They show up every day and they do their thing, you know. You can't prove it, but you know that they can hear you. You can't prove it, but you know that pearl. You know the order of Melchizedek. You know the sound of their voice the first time you hear it. And you know that's part of my soul tribe. That person is meant to be in my life, even if it is only on YouTube. You know? I felt that way about Paul White Gold Eagle at primedisclosure.com, because I was listening to him. I was one of his first peeps, and then he started his channel and he slowly started getting on the ball, but then he started getting more serious when he was like, I need to prove that this is profitable. And I was with him all the way until he moved and he got with this his condor and their crystal babies, and you know, and I absolutely support his cause and his channel, and that's absolutely what I would invest in. I would go, I mean, I just don't want to tell everybody, but he's got an excellent, you know, concept of and plan. And I would go check him out because he's usually on YouTube every day. Paul White Gold Eagle at Prime Disclosure. Yeah, Spirit of the River. Yeah, that water. Jeweled web connectivity. Yeah, overflow, overwhelm, and plenty. So, I don't know why, but I was just talking about him. So, maybe there's something there. He has got excellent tribal, he channels straight from source. He's an repairing the veil, root girl. He literally is connected to the to Pachamama. He is extremely instrumental in helping me with understanding my awakening and the things that was going on with me. He's absolutely the white elephant. Vanishing mirror, egos. Yeah, you got to get rid of the ego, and that's a huge part of this. No matter what happens, you have to absolutely know that the Most High has got you. You have to step out on nothing but faith. Yep, magician's sword. You got to step out on nothing but faith and have confidence in your own magic. And that's also the truth. Lay of the land. You have to use your ancestral wisdom. It's funny, this Levitic, you know, picturesque, almost mantra, visual mantra, has been in my life all week long. It's 12:42 on the clock and 34 on the card. It's just, it's time for a me talks. Repairing the body, mind, and the veil. You know, it's time for that detox. Deep, quiet meditation and stillness, and ignite the violet flame while you're doing it. That's going to help get you through the storm. Literally, it's going to help you get through the storm. And it's going to help you create with your intentions. The eye of the needle. You can only see through a sliver, but as long as you can see through it, light will shine so bright. So bright. Just don't let yourself forget that even a pinhole can hold a universe. A drop of water on the end of a sewing needle can hold an entire universe to it. And if you look through that little hole right there, you'll realize there is nothing that's big enough for all the light you need to light up an entire room of darkness if you need it. Just like that right there. You can overcome your wall of obstacles. You can overcome your Garden of Venus, you know. Or, sorry, you can regrow your Garden of Venus. You can just rest, rejuvenate, recover yourself. Walk through your garden. Let yourself lay down and enjoy the falling leaves, you know? The color change of the weather. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Alright, hang on. Look, I'm gonna get real quick. Taurus, cultivate on the bottom for my little baby Taurus out there. Tauries. Ooh, I forgot 2 cards. The Virgo, digest, and the second house, resources. Yeah, you've had some tension in your resources lately, Virgo. It feels like a Virgo. Yeah, in your second house. Either that or your resources you're fixing to go through. Yeah, through the change. The solar calm. Yeah, it will clarify this. You're fixing to have clarity on this. Because you're in your north node. You're at the top of your game right now. Yeah, and you can see what's going on with your life. You can see what's going on with other people's lives. Yeah, I feel like you're a Taurus or Virgo. Yeah, you've immersed yourself in what you love. Because you know there's a structure to this universe, and you are bound, danged, and determined with all your will and might to master it. Not to prove it, but to master it. So that you can master your own. So that you can master your own universe. So you can master your own world. You know? Because that's what life is all about. Yeah. You're entering this new time of your life where you've got source. Okay, you've got that sun, and that's a diamond. You've got this. Yeah, because you've been meditating. Okay? Yeah. It's funny because I had a bee follow me at my mom. I was at my mom's earlier, and I had a bee literally staring at me. It reminded me of nanotech, I swear, because it was just right, like right here, just buzzing around us, just staring at us. It was, I kid you not, an hour. It wasn't like buzzing around, and then it was messing with the dog, and like, and then the dog would jump up to get it, and it'd be like, whoop, nope, whoop, nope. It was crazy. And I used to buy nanotech, nanobot toys for my kids for Christmas, like I'm sure other moms out there have done. So they exist. I'm aware. They're called nanobots. Nanobot spiders, nanobot beetles, nanobot, you know, I don't remember all of it, but I do know they exist. And it wouldn't surprise me one bit. Yeah, if they were using altering perception during this new moon, especially, which I'm sure that's what they're doing, so just be careful, beloveds, because they're more than happy to mess with your love. If you receive any invitations right now, don't accept them. Yeah, don't act. And yeah, because you're in the middle of a retrograde right now. Anything that you do right now is going to fall apart next retrograde, you know, especially if it has something to do with your passions. Don't sign any contracts right now. Don't make any big decisions. And if someone's pushing you to do something and they throw a fit if you don't, that's a sign something ain't right. Okay, unless it's something that you know, keep it in context. Okay. Yeah, if you want to achieve your goals, keep it simple right now, because you're on a journey. You've got to hold your journey. Keep your journey. Yeah, you're receiving messages right now. Okay, your kundalini is activating. You are absolutely activating your third eye. Your DNA is going through a complete and total upgrade. Your telomeres are capping. Okay, they're healing themselves. Your body is literally healing itself. Yeah, just stay home, stay close to home, and hang out for now, okay? You've got the solar flares. They could be giving you migraines. They could be messing with your perception of conscious perception. You could be seeing the floaters out of the corner of your eye. You could have... The storms are coming in right now, okay? We're fixing to have massive flooding, and that's what happens when there's been so much spell work done, or so much, not spell work, ritual work and sacrificed animals done. I saw 3 dead deer today from being hit on the sides of the road. I've left the house like once or twice this week, and this time I saw 3 dead animals. And it's fixing to absolutely flood. I don't know if you can tell, but I've got my window open and I'm looking outside right now, and this is just... I just live in a place where it's fixing to... Yeah, climate. The climate's transitioning. We're going through a pole shift right now. The auric field of the earth is expanding so that it can separate and go through a 2-world split. Just stay dignified about that, because please don't come up in my comments talking ish, because I know it's a hard thing to comprehend. It's 12:51 on my clock, but trust me, it's a mirrored effect, and we're in the 0 point right now, okay? So we're going to be extra sensitive right now, especially since we're in Pisces. We're going into Pisces, okay? As we will go into the Pisces season, we're going to start getting extremely, like, sad, you know? But also extremely psychic, you know? Put these two hands together. Just remember, everything happens in the astral first. Just give it time to catch up, okay? But look, these two hands are connected. It's like, even though they're not together, this one has a portal to this one, and this one has a portal to this one, no matter what. Okay? It's like a way for you to communicate. Number 11, okay? It's like a way for you to be with your beloved, even if you can't be. Yeah, remember, you have got the authority over the earth. Do not let any entities mess with you. It's 12:52 on my clock. Do not let, yeah, Palace Athene. You could even be, you know, a galactic shipment. You could even be from the Galactic Federation. A member of the Galactic Federation. Chances are, if you're listening to me, you know you are. The Alliance of Light. The, you know, Spiritual Court. Yeah. Mars. That let's get it done energy. Even if it's not, even if it, you know, there may be a little bit of discomfort to this, but when it's all said and done, it will be very healing. On a cosmic level, Chiron is cosmic healing. In order for the partnerships that are meant to be to come in. It's gonna be painful. But the only way to go through it is to make it so. Untie the binds so that you can communicate with people, so that you can cooperate with people without it being an ordeal. So the right people can come back in order for there to be the right investigators. The people that are meant to do this. Let the right people shine that are meant to shine. Look, doesn't that look like it's on the stage, like Hamlet or something? He's like, to be or not to be? That is the question. You know, that's the 8th house mystery. And Leo. Yeah, whatever your passion is. Just start putting a little bit of time into it here and there if you can. And by the time you are, yeah, you can go through a complete and total rebirth depending on how well you know, the collaboration between you and your higher self. However that you let that, yeah, because that 3rd house, that communication that you're going through in your 3rd house, you're going to be able to heal that past issue, whatever you're going through right now, and balance out your relationship, probably with maternal or, you know, feminine energies. So that you can heal the confrontation that you've been going through in that 3rd house. Look, and yeah, so that you can be in your North Node. I can't make it up. Because you are going through a heart chakra activation. You need to protect your heart at this time in order to stay in an alliance. You're coming into an alliance, a very rare alliance, okay? You're coming into the 144,000. This is not for everyone. You are not 144,000 if you do not know it. Look, if you're here gang stalking, that's one thing, okay? And trust me, I've had thousands of people, I've been watching thousands of people over the last couple of months, over the last year, 2 years, say that they were chosen, okay? But what I've noticed is that the chosen ones don't really call themselves chosen. They also know the difference between an aspirant on the spiritual path, on the temple path, and you know, a stan. I'll just call it that. A stan, a stalker. A stalker. Or a... Hang on, you. Guys, it's okay. It's Bubby. It's okay. Yeah, you may be going through a whole new relationship. Yeah. You may be uprooting. Right now, you may be going through an uprooting process. In your night, yeah. It's going to be time. In your 9th house explorer, you're going to have to... You may be going on your temple path soon. You know? Yeah, it's coming. I'm sorry to say that you're fixing to go through a whole lot of shadow work, but once you do, okay, you will have so much abundance, so much that you will not even remember the pain. You'll have so much love, like Neff says, that you'll not even remember the pain. You won't even know you've been hurt. You know? Hi there. See, and there's coming Romeo. Romeo comes in, he's all love. He's my lover boy. He's my little lover boy. So, that's a sign right there. My little fur baby. I place a spirit protection around this platform, this channel. My fur babies. I would like to thank the Galactic Council, and I would like to thank the Spiritual Court, the Karmic Council of Light, and the Galactic Alliance of Light for being here as I channeled this message. I would also like to thank and honor my ancestors, both indigenous and cosmic. I would also like to say shalom and ashe to the ancestors of light, both known and unknown. And I would also like to say assalamu alaikum, shalom, ashe, hello, good evening, grand rising, however you want to put this beautiful day, however you want to say it, however you feel you need to be, regardless of the religion and regardless of the, you know, condemnation. I'm here for you as just a spiritual advisor, okay? If you have questions, I do not do cleansings right now because I'm not going to cleanse your karma off of you for you. That's something you're going to have to do. I'm more than happy if, you know, doing these Akashic readings right here on YouTube, and they're mostly free. I'm thinking about turning on my memberships, but they won't be much. I mean, like 99 cents a month ain't that bad. You know, Mystic does that. She's like, man, I'm gonna get these messages out. It ain't about the money, you know, and she's, you know, she's one wise dome for sure. She's a goddess. She is a goddess, and you show her the utmost respect. You know, I've never met the woman. I've never met Neff in person. But let me tell you that those two women are two of the strongest spiritual... I mean, in the ethers. Mystic has literally came through for my son and helped him in my own house. He has dreamt of Mystic 9 coming into his dream in my kitchen to help him and guard him while some dude was in my kitchen trying to attack him, okay? And it's just us connecting empathetically, telepathically. Perhaps, I know in past lives, but a soul knows a soul, you know? And it's like my husband and kids we've been under spiritual attack, you know, since our souls became conscious here in the physical. And my husband has gone through financial loss due to family and friends being around here. It's just really sucks. And I just want to say that I am so grateful to those two women for being there just on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like they could see right into my living room, or right into my soul. And I'm okay with that. Because sometimes that's what you need. You need someone looking out for you that will not let anything bad happen to you, even if you've never met them before, and are there to give you a hand, even though you may be a guide to them. Maybe it started out that way, but now it has turned into like a just like a soul contract that we agreed upon before we incarnated. And our chances of running into each other were literally 1%. We had a 1% chance of doing this right this time. And no, you can't do that on camera. Come on, watch out. Go clean yourself in the bathroom, son. And once we realized, okay, this is really going on. This is here. This is for real, okay? Once I understood what I was here to do, and I talked to these women, not all of them were chosen, by the way, on live lines that I talked to. There was a lot of them forcing their way into the reading for the Starseed Collective, although they were not starseeds. They may have even been Ops or Eastern Stars or family members of mine, but definitely a couple of people for sure I know were soul trap. Only two true would never sell out, would never go on national television blasting people when they have a chance to go on there and truly make a difference consciously. Instead, go on there and just take another chance to dog another person again. You know, we got to stop that. We got to stop. And what I do in spiritual court, that's me taking a leap of faith and just trying to pray to the Most High that what I'm doing is gonna help me advance in my gifts, in my career, in my soul's journey. I just want to do the right thing, and I hope that you do as well. I feel like this is a channel message for someone very specific, and I hope and pray that one day I'm able to meet up with you guys. You know, I don't know if you're ever gonna hear this, and I don't know if you're ever gonna see it. Just know that when I get the meditation centers going, and I will it, and so it shall be. The Most High says, just in will, I am. The Most High will always be just. I will it, and so it shall be. And just knowing this, know that I'm the kind of G that will make sure that the meditation centers are up and going before I send out the invitation. But just know that when I do pray to the Most High that you and I are able to, I'm going to send those invitations out to, you know, the Majestic 13, and we are going to have ourselves, you know, a break first you know, beloved, radical acceptance, that connection. We're going to absolutely make sure that we are in the hand of your universe and the partner, and then we are going to have a long break, get our minds right, rest our hands, make sure our hands are being taken care of, because as I shuffle light into these cards, it does drain you, and we just have to make sure and double check that we are keeping ourselves cleansed and really honoring ourselves. And then we go to what we will consider work, which we will love. And Neff's gonna be the homeschool teacher for the 144,000 chosen children, like she already is. Mystic will probably be the, I don't know, the Bree. We the Breeze, I think, from what I can tell. But these are kind of like sisters to me, even though I've not met them or seen them or talked to them. Well, I've talked to Neff, you know, in emogetic form and telepathically, and we've been together in the higher realms, and we do haul people into spiritual court together. Absolutely do. I don't know, I do not take credit for her channel whatsoever. I do not take credit for what she does. She is absolutely 100% the creator of Spiritual Court, and she is the boss, okay? However, I greatly adore and also I greatly endorse what Neff does in Spiritual Court. It is so important what she does, okay? I say we because it feels like a partnership, but she does all the work. Let me tell you, I ain't doing nothing. I'm just watching her create art out of what she is channeling, and then I'm interpreting it by the cases that I'm seeing and that I'm aware of the once I see the details of it, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's that reading. And then I make sure to name it in court. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to make sure that I do the right thing, yeah. So I don't have to sign any contracts or covenants with people that I don't resonate with. You know, right now I'm dealing with my whale song people, my other Murs from Mu, my other Lemurian priesthood, the Atlantean priesthood members, and they are beloved, and they are meant to be treated as such, and our children are also meant to be treated as such. We don't all have daughters, but out of all the boys, I have one girl. Out of all of us, I've got the girl. 1111, you know? This is important because she is an Earth Angel child. And she is absolutely an ordained minister. And these are important because these ministries are gestation periods for the fortune's wheel to be the right luck and right timing, like we talked about. The reconciliation, the violet flame, transmutation, and intentionality of absolutely moving out of stagnation in congruency with the divine matrix in order to create with strangers your divine cosmic womb. Mindful group thinking will help you, and surrender will help with limitless possibilities, both transpersonal, and the spirit of the river will help your movement toward adventure. Yeah. Spiritual narcolepsy, we've all been in that fallen angel energy, okay? And now everyone's starting to wake up. And the fates, the sky riders, are stepping in to help us. The Galactic fleet, it's 1:11 on the clock. The Galactic Federation, the Galactic fleet of light ships have moved back in. If you see the painting of when Archangel Gabriel came to Mother Mary, or the contract, I'm sorry, between the Pope and the reptilian, the fleet, once they moved out, it shows that once the Nibiru, it's Nibiru, the planet Nibiru, once Nibiru fleet ships left, once they had the agreement and they agreed to leave the Pope's, leave the, basically the jewel, the Christed one here on Earth, and they started heading out, what you'll notice is that the Pope immediately in this painting shakes a hand with the reptilians. Now that was then, and now we're back around. We're circled back around. The time has circled. Hang on, where'd it go? That time has circled back, and now we're looking at what happened when they signed that and then absolutely abused the pearls of Melchizedek for 144 of us to be fragmented down over and over and over and over and over and over and over, and leaving dimensional, etheric replicants of ourselves in each lifetime, just to make sure that we could come back to heal it later. It's hard to be fragmented like that, much less to be abused the entire time. And you abused it. You abused the entire Nibirian bloodline. Any melanated bloodline you absolutely were abusive to. You signed a contract with the reptilians almost immediately before they even left. History tells us this, and you'll have to do your own research, okay? But the Horseman's here, like I said, Herald of Change. Getting back to integrity. We lost our way. We lost our compass. Well, Nibiru and the ship, the fleet of light ships in the Galactic Confederation of Light are back, okay? We have been wearing many masks, but we are now our authentic self, which is light. We're removing the masks. This is light work. And you're a light worker. You will have overflow and plenty as long as you trust in the Most High's ability to put that wall there for you, just for you to be able to find the light through that hole. Doesn't that look like Bill Cipher from Gravity Falls? That's actually one of my channeled cards over there. Part of my quote-unquote Big Bertha deck, like Linda would say, Big Bertha. And I do love Linda Likes Tarot. I love her to death. She's like a little mini sister, a little light worker. I'll just say she's a joyful muse. There we go. Number 33, a joyful muse. Meditation. Number 11. And the unmarked trail, revelation. But her revelation, I suppose, would be she was dedicated, and I am so grateful. She dove into that task. In the hand, the universe is her partner, and her hands are beautiful. She is initiated, and she is absolutely one of the aspirants on the path. She is meant to do this. I'm not sure if she knew that when she started. I know that when she started, she was absolutely, I think she was tricked. And I apologize for that. But if you've made it this far in this video, then you're meant to hear it, you know. Woodwives, adaptability, yeah. She's amazing though, ain't she? Yeah, even sometimes there's treasures hidden in the shadows, you know? And she's a true treasure. So, I do my best for compassion, ease and grace, light and love, while these people are repairing themselves. And you should do the same with yourself. Because this is always, take every moment as a teachable moment. Okay? Gathering around the power of community is important, because you may have to close the door on that community in order to walk through the newest door that is going to open for you. In order to have your possibility of your love union, your light union, the person that you're meant to be with, the one that you're, the fool's embrace. You know, don't refuse the call. Dream thief, refusal to call. Actually, this card's always given me destiny swap. I feel like someone has tried to destiny swap with a horned cactus who's resourceful, or that earth angel energy, that Taurus energy. It gives me refusal to call, always gives me, that's mine. I'm taking it, you know. But all you're trying to do is protect your future, because you know what they're doing. And you've got the courage to step into this storm that they caused for you. And you understand that the Most High says, trust in me and rest. Rest. Know I am repairing the veil for you. And I'm even going to put a bow on it for you when I'm done. And it's your favorite color. Trust. Heal while you're waiting. Heal while you take that bold step towards the farther gate. But in the meantime, understand, it's time to replenish. You've made so many choices and dealt with so many of the consequences that now it's time to replenish from that, okay? It's time to heal from the abuse of power that you've dealt with over the lifetimes, okay? Let yourself heal slowly. The crown games, the right use of your power, it's so important because it's been so long. And heavy is the head that wears the crown. And trust me, I get migraines a lot. So just remember, this is an important aspect to your awakening, to your healing therapy, okay? This is direct source ancestral wisdom I'm giving you. This is gems, okay? Don't forget that. You got to get rid of the ego. Edging God out. You have to get rid of your ego in order to vanish that mirror, that subliminal mirror, that being a drifter. Just experience life as it comes, and just clean up the inner self that is your inner home, okay? Your benefactor, your grace and generosity are two halves of the same coin. Just don't forget that true beauty is on the inside, and straddling worlds, wandering between realms. You're dancing on one foot with this balancing act. It has to stop. Your opportunities are coming. Just keep yourself grounded. Know that anytime you feel that fire energy flowing up, that's just your Kundalini rising. Let it happen. Breathe through it. Draw down your pillar of light. Ask the Most High and Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Zadkiel to transmute it with the violet flame. And they will. You know, ask your higher self to, you know, officiate and moderate it, and it'll be so. Go into your pillar of light and sit in the emerald tub, and it'll cool it off. Anyway, at the end of the day, say your prayers at night. Help yourself stay grounded and protected while you're sleeping. Say your Psalms 91 when you wake up. Say whatever you need. And also, Mystic gave, and she's like a genius. She said, you can switch out any name of in Psalms with your enemy's name and it will apply. So I didn't even realize that. She's like a genius, okay? So that's what I have began doing. So if you do the same thing, it can help really wake up a part of you that may not understand why we go to the Bible so much for our life, you know, as like a guidebook. But if you want, truly want like a self-help book, go to the Holy Bible. Shit, I'm not even playing it. I'm not saying that. I'm not promoting King James. Absolutely not. Okay, absolutely not. King James was a man who committed matricide. He absolutely murdered his own mother and was absolutely a homosexual, deviant most of the time. That's things that you won't hear. However, that's not what that's about. Okay, and it's important to expand your knowledge, especially the Old Testament. The book of Enoch is not as much protection, it's more information, but it explains a lot. And the Emerald Tablets of Thought, oh Lord, if you haven't read that, you absolutely need to read it. I'm thinking about reading it on my channel. So anyway, I think that's what I'm going to do. But if you have any questions or anything, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, share, subscribe. I do appreciate everyone, even the haters. I support you in your energy, and I will be here on the next video. Thank you so much. Later.